When people talk about artificial intelligence, the conversation still tends to center on tools like ChatGPT. Helpful, of course, but also quite a narrow way to look at something that is reshaping how the economy works. If we only view AI through the lens of chatbots, we miss the broader forces at play. AI is becoming a general-purpose capability that sits inside the economy. It is influencing how software is written, how decisions are made, and increasingly, how physical infrastructure is designed and scaled.
The broader framing matters. Today, we see demand for AI compute running ahead of supply. Companies are queuing for access to models, with some rationing access, and data centers are expanding as fast as energy constraints allow. Governments now treat compute capacity as strategic. While rapid growth naturally prompts questions about the market overheating, these conditions, in our view, resemble the early stages of a long investment cycle rather than a late-stage bubble. Our research points to similar dynamics. Global AI-related spending could approach $1.5 trillion next year and $2 trillion by 2026, rising further after that. A large share of that capital is flowing into tangible, revenue-generating infrastructure such as chips, data centers, and cloud platforms. Historically, these periods of heavy upfront investment often look excessive in the moment, but they lay the groundwork for productivity gains later.
We can already see early signs of that productivity. At several major software companies, AI now produces roughly a quarter of new code. Across industries, teams are using AI to analyze risk, build products faster, and streamline operations. None of this guarantees a smooth path. Adoption cycles rarely move in straight lines. But the direction of travel suggests that AI is reaching deeper into enterprise workflows than many expected at this stage. And it is not just software. Through advancements in transformer architecture, AI is beginning to influence robotics, manufacturing, energy storage, and autonomous mobility. These areas benefit when costs fall and performance improves. For example, historically, every cumulative doubling in industrial robot production has reduced costs by about 50%, which gives some context for why these sectors could scale as AI makes them more capable. This is why we often say AI is more than data. It reaches into parts of the economy not traditionally thought of as technology first.
It is a fair question, and periods of rapid investment should be scrutinized. The data we see today suggests something more early stage. For example, many data centers remain undersupplied, and AI developers have already reached roughly $30 billion in recurring revenue, one of the fastest monetization curves of any major technology. These are not decisive answers, and market corrections can certainly occur, but together they align more with an early build-out phase than with speculative excess. That nuance is important for investors. History shows that during big technological transitions, value tends to build unevenly across the supply chain. Some parts move too fast, others move too slowly. But over time, the biggest long-term gains often come from the infrastructure and platforms that enable the transition, not from the earliest use cases. Bill Gates stated recently that not every AI company will see its valuations continue upwards, and we agree, there will be winners and losers during waves of disruption, and you need to invest actively during these turning points.
Our research points to the potential for faster productivity growth as AI diffuses across sectors. If businesses can use AI to allocate capital more efficiently, automate routine work, and free up labor for higher value tasks, that could support a more innovation-driven expansion. But again, this is a research view, not a forecast, and plenty of uncertainties remain, from energy constraints to regulatory approaches and competitive dynamics. Which is why having a deep and forward-looking perspective is so important. If we focus only on today's applications, we risk missing the slower, structural changes underway. Artificial intelligence chatbot usage, for example, already approaches 1 billion weekly users and could reach 4 to 5 billion by decade end, which shows how quickly these tools may become embedded in everyday workflows. Artificial intelligence could reshape finance, healthcare, logistics, and mobility. But which business models succeed will depend on execution and policy choices.
As this unfolds, the conversation should remain open-ended. We are early in this transition, but viewing AI as a single product rather than a cross-sector technological shift can limit how we understand the opportunity and the risks. The more we explore the full landscape, the better positioned we are to navigate it. Our goal here is to share what our research is observing as this technology moves from experimentation to deployment.